Hello and welcome to another video from Gaiden Hayabusa. Now this will be about Rise of the Ronin. I don't know if you really want to hear this, but I love this game way too much. And I will explain in this video, the entire process of Rise of the Ronin experience and how it feels, to play the game and why I think it's excellent. It's excellent as a Team Ninja action title, and it deserves the time. It deserves, its own right to be played by everyone, in my opinion. I think it's pretty important to say that Rise of the Ronin is an action game. The focus, even though it has some RPG elements in an open world, does not mean that this game is maybe, very casual. No, it's not casual friendly. And this is, the reason why I think the game failed. The game released on the same day as Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, Dragon's Dogma 2 was the game with more hype, even though Rise of the Ronin had the better marketing. Incredible marketing. It does not make sense in my opinion. And PlayStation tried to sell this game as an, this is something like Ghost of Tsushima, big quadruple A main title of the PlayStation roster. And I think the game is allowed to be in the PlayStation roster now, but it is not what they are trying to sell us. It's not, this kind of, the story is the main point. Or even though the story is for a Team Ninja game, one of the best we even gotten till yet. We have incredible character writing, incredible, character development sometimes, and it really sometimes it made me even emotional at some moments. The main reason why I am doing this video is because I saw someone on YouTube, he said, it's the worst Team Ninja game ever made. And he was just ranting about the game, he didn't, I don't know if he even finished the game. It does not seem like he even enjoyed the combat. His gameplay was very bad. Like, really bad. Like, this is like, even the game journalist from IGN was better. And this is a thing that happened, with a lot of reviewers. They were just really bad at the combat. I'm not talking, like, they're not bad, but they did not understand, the main way to play the game and how, you should be more aggressive and, all the techniques, how to play the game and the style switching, the weapon switching. They did not try that out, to play, Dragon's Dogma 2 as fast as possible. So, this reviewer, he was very angry. I commented something like, bro, if you do not understand the combat, if you do not enjoy the game, just don't play it. Stop hating, bro. So he was just like, okay, the combat, but the combat is trash, he's tried to tell me that. And I personally thought the same way when the game was released on March 2024. I got the game on June, and the reason, the reason why I did not buy the game was because of a video from Fighting Cowboy where he tells us, the game is very weird. He does not understand for which type of people the game was made. Apparently it's for me. Thank you, Team Ninja, for making a game for me personally. And so I did not want to play the game because of Fighting Cowboy and his mediocre gameplay showcase. It's not like he's a bad gamer. He has very high skilled. He finished Elden Ring 40 million times. He's playing Nioh 2 for over 20,000 hours. I love you, Fighting Cowboy. But his Rise of the Ronin showcase was really rushed and really mediocre. So I did not buy the game. And then we had, there was another video, another YouTuber. Please support him. He does a lot of role play in this game, Rise of Ronin. As you see, I am playing with the Kenshi skin. I'm trying to role play Kenshi in these clips. And in the clip beforehand, I wanted to roleplay Raiden from Mortal Kombat. But this guy, he had a video that is called Tatsumaru Destroying His Enemies. And I was kind of like, okay, this game, let's see what this is even about. Let's watch this. And his gameplay was so fast and so incredibly smooth that I was just, hold on, is this Rise of the Ronin? Are we talking about the same game here? And it made me, realize how important the skill of the reviewer is, so you can make a decision about the game. And after watching that video, I went straight to the nearest place where I can find a Rise of the Ronin PS5 disc. Because the PlayStation, network, the PlayStation Store price is kinda, too high. Here in Germany, it's about 80 euros. It's too much in my opinion, so I bought it for 50. And I gotta say, the game is great. It's amazing, and I cannot stop playing it. And I was skeptic. At the beginning, I also did not get the combat. I was kind of like, why is it so slow? Why am I I'm dying too much? What is going on? And then something clicks, and it clicks as soon as you unlock, some other fighting styles. When you try using Violent Gale. And Violent Gale is, in my opinion, the most important skill in the game. You need this. You need to know how to cancel it midway through, so you can, be faster in your combat. How to use shurikens effectively. How to switch weapons and when. It's incredible. It's so much and so fast, and you need to process that in mere seconds. And I love that. I love every single combat encounter and the boss fights. The boss fights, bro. These are one of the best, if not the best, human type bosses we ever had in the last decade of gaming. It's incredible. It's just wow, Team Ninja. Thank you for this experience. This is peak, straight up peak, with no exceptions. And I have to say that I did not expect it to be this way. This game is trying to be more on the realistic side of things. Trying to replicate the Bakumatsu era of the real history into a video game. I know it's hard to implement even good bosses and human type bosses. I remember Nioh 2. The worst thing was about Nioh 2 the human bosses, because sometimes they're just really easy or incredibly hard, and it's really dependent on what move are they going to use, and are they going to try to replenish their ki, or are they going to be like a punching bag. And in this game they really nailed it. They nailed the human enemy design, and you cannot tell me. I know, I've played Sekiro, bro. I've played Sekiro, and Sekiro is the real masterpiece. I know that. Sekiro is great and amazing, but still, Rise of Ronin has something about the human bosses and how they move, and something make it feel like I am in an anime battle. In a fierce, real anime battle of Rurouni Kenshin. I've been watching Rurouni Kenshin, the remake. That started 2 years ago. Now the second season is finished, and it's kind of amazing. It really feels, it's capturing the feel of a Bakumatsu anime battle with whatever weapon you want. It's not like you have one weapon that's incredible. No, you have too many weapons, and every weapon has a big arsenal of skills. And now I will be talking about the combat more in depth. So first of all, you have your weapons, and with every move you do, you are going to use up your stamina. Now, like in Nioh 2, they tried to make you want to regenerate. Regenerating your stamina is a real mechanic in the gameplay, and in this game it's more active than ever. To regenerate ki, you can do either you do a blade flash by tapping R1 if you have blood on your weapons, and this is incredible. The more blood you have on your weapon, the more ki you will get, and that means you want to be as aggressive as possible. Now we are going to talk about the second most obvious way to get your stamina back, and that is with counter sparks. Counter sparks is the action you do in Rise of Ronin as soon as you tap the triangle button. Now, this is very interesting because the parry works in this game very different from all the other games. What happens essentially when you tap, the triangle button, you will get a tornado effect, tornado animation in front of you, and if you get hit in this moment, you will get a parry. The parry feels different and it works different. Every time you parry in Rise of the Ronin, you will get some ki back. But if you parry a critical attack, you will get a big amount of a ki. I don't know what determines, the amount of getting, that big chunk of ki. I don't know what determines that, but this is how it works. And this is also, I'm going to sound like Hugo Martin right now, but the game has to make you want to engage with the system. Like, you could just dodge all the attack, you could run away, you could maybe shoot, if you use your gun at the correct timing, you can actually cancel any move the enemy is doing. Now, what happens is, instead of you trying to avoid parrying because of the timings, you want to parry so you can get more ki, more stamina to work with. The third and the final thing that can replenish your stamina is the Violent Gale animation. That this animation happens as soon as you switch weapon or when you switch your fighting style. I will showcase, to explain this, I must showcase a gameplay clip of mine where I actually, in this clip I am fighting the lady Koto in the dojo. I really love this boss, man. Like, you can really showcase how you can be in a so-called zone moment where you just enter the zone and you cannot fail, man. And in this moment right here, hold on, I don't parry. You saw that? I did not parry. Now, I lost a big chunk of ki, but what then happened is I parry again, so I gained the ki that I lost and start attacking. Now, I switch my style 2 times here. I switch here to the Tennen Rishin Ryu, so I can gain enough stamina to use martial art. And then I switch again, so I have enough to do my other martial art, and I finish off with a cool finisher. And this is what I'm talking about. This fast-paced fighting, with the bosses, incredible bosses, for real. I don't know any game that has such great, amazing boss fights. The music is so great, the sound design, parrying with with headsets on is just so amazing. Like, it really feels like two swords clanging each other. And look here, I am just using some of my juggling combos. Really funny, like, incredible. You can experiment so much, and I am just like, I have only been talking for the past minutes only about the combat, only about how to manage your ki, but you can do so much. You can cancel your light attack, you can cancel your Violent Gale. It's so, like, there's so much, there's and so many different styles and weapons. I cannot stop experimenting with the gameplay. I'm talking about the gameplay here, because I'm not talking about build variety, and so, like, there is some stuff you can do, but it's not really the highlight. Like, there's just that one set it's called the Ferocious Tiger, and then there is the other set that is called Prodigious Dragon, and these two are, I think, must-have. You can only unlock those in the midnight difficulty. This is the end game of Rise of Ronin. You can replay everything, and enemies will switch weapons. Bosses get new moves. It's just incredible. Like, so much content. I cannot praise Team Ninja enough for this game, and I really hope that the next game is going to be Ninja Gaiden 4, but whatever comes next, like, even if it is Nioh 3, just do something like this. The way of being aggressive, rewarding players that are trying to be aggressive and are trying to style. Not even style, it looks stylish, but in fact you're just trying to be effective. And this is what I'm talking about. This is like the fun zone that Hugo Martin was talking about in Doom Eternal, is that good gameplay, high level gameplay looks interesting to watch. And by the way, I just started playing Doom Eternal. Man, I'm having fun, but it's kind of difficult because I'm not, that FPS guy. I don't really use my right thumb for aiming that much in my gaming life. But I'm getting used to it. I really love the gameplay loop. I love the combat. Incredible. I never thought that there would be a game that is first person and is still could be the same philosophy and could be as much fun as a character action game. It's just incredible. So. Also, the reason for why I cannot play Elden Ring, for example, is that my gameplay, if I want to play effective, then I have to be to move as little as possible, to do nothing, just touch a last moment and do the same attack for a million times, bruh. Always these Ash of War, jumping attacks. I don't care about this stuff. I cannot do this anymore, and that's why I dropped Elden Ring after 50 hours. I am not regretting these hours. I had a lot of great experience. The lore is great, the music is great, the visuals. I am, happy with Elden Ring. I think it's a good game, but I'm still, I just drop it. I will not continue playing the game. I'm not motivated to play the game, and that's just me. And I'm really hyped for Ninja Gaiden 4. I hope they do, great stuff with that game. I really hope that whatever happens with that game, I'm pretty sure it will be great. Platinum Games, they made my favorite game of all time, and that is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This is one of the best games. I know it's not really that, it's not really comparable to Team Ninja's action games, but it's still one of my favorites at least. I love Platinum Games, I love Team Ninja. Together they might do one of the best action games ever. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks amazing, and I'm really happy, and I'm proud to live in an era where Ninja Gaiden is living again. And that's it for this video. If you watch until this part, I'm really happy that I could entertain you, because actually I cannot speak English very well. My editing skills are kind of meh. I'm not really good at video games, and I thank you for watching this video until the end, and I hope I could teach you something about Rise of Ronin. And if you have anything, if you have anything to say, just type it in the comments. I will read it, I will answer it. Till next time, I guess.